What if I told you the real reason you've been feeling sluggish, foggy, or less confident might come down to something as simple and often ignored as your body's acidity? Imagine if just a teaspoon of baking soda from your kitchen could restore your glow, boost circulation, and even improve your bedroom confidence after 60. This isn't a myth. This is science most older adults have never heard. I'm Dr. Mihai, a men's health physician with 30 years of experience helping people regain strength, mental clarity, and energy, without gimmicks and without embarrassment. In all my years of practice, the most effective changes, they're often simple. Here's the truth. Baking soda isn't just for cleaning. Used correctly, it can boost blood flow, enhance oxygen delivery, support muscles, and even help clear tiny blood vessels, vital for your most important organs, including those tied to intimacy. Yet, most people never learn about this powerful link. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use baking soda to boost energy, restore your glow, and support intimate health, starting today. No hype, just straightforward, effective solutions that help you feel better from within. If you haven't subscribed, now's the time. Click subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another powerful tip for staying vibrant after 60. If this message resonates, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps me help you. Let's talk about something rarely discussed. Why so many people over 60 lose their glow, energy, and confidence. It's not just age, it's what's happening inside your body. Recognizing this is the first step to regaining what you've lost. I've seen countless men and women in their 60s ask, "Why have I lost my spark?" It's not vanity. It's about wanting to feel alive again and see vitality, not exhaustion, in the mirror. Many notice their skin dulling, energy fading, and confidence slipping. Most blame aging, but that's only part of the story. Inside, your body is changing, becoming more acidic, more inflamed. Toxins build up as kidneys slow down and blood thickens. Circulation suffers, and that inner spark dims. Take Harold, a 67-year-old patient. He used to wake up energized, but lately, even after a good night's sleep, he felt tired and unmotivated. Doctors said he was fine, but he knew something was wrong. Our bodies struggle with years of toxic buildup. And sometimes they need help to get back in balance. That help can be as simple as baking soda. Once you learn how baking soda can restore your body's chemistry, you'll never see it the same way. My patients are often shocked. "You mean the same powder I brush my teeth with?" Exactly. Beyond cleaning, baking soda acts as a natural alkalizer, neutralizing excess acid and gently restoring your internal balance. For anyone over 60, restoring balance inside the body can completely change how you feel. As we age, our bodies naturally become more acidic. This hidden acidity quietly drains energy, stiffens joints, dulls skin, and slows your body down, like a fog over your life. But used properly, baking soda acts like a gentle breeze clearing that fog. Blood flows more freely, oxygen moves faster, inflammation calms down. Raymond, a patient, began using baking soda and told me, "It feels like I got my spark back." It's not a miracle, but it's a powerful tool when used wisely. And it lays the groundwork for something even more vital: healthy circulation. Without strong blood flow, even the best habits fall flat. After decades of helping men improve their health, I can say with certainty, circulation is the key to feeling alive. It's more than just heart health. It's about life reaching every cell. After 60, many people notice cold hands and feet, slower healing, more fatigue, and even bedroom issues. These aren't just old age. They're signs your body needs better flow. This is where baking soda becomes your unexpected ally. Research shows the right amount of baking soda relaxes blood vessels and supports nitric oxide, keeping vessels flexible. It acts as a gentle cleanser, helping blood reach muscles, brain, skin, and the organs connected to intimacy. Take George, 71, who struggled with cold limbs and tiredness. Just a week after starting a simple baking soda routine, he said it felt like someone turned the faucet back on. That's not magic. It's basic chemistry. This quiet powder truly supports your vitality. Improving circulation isn't just about feeling warmer. It's crucial for stamina, confidence, and performance, especially in your private life. That's what we'll explore next. There's a real frustration when your body won't bounce back like it used to. I hear, "Doc, I'm doing everything right, but I still get tired so quickly." That's not laziness. It's acid building up in aging muscles. As we age, even simple activities leave us sore or slow to recover. Here's where baking soda shines. It helps buffer lactic acid, the stuff that makes muscles burn and tire out fast. When lactic acid is neutralized, muscles recover faster and perform better. James, a retired firefighter, liked to walk every morning, but cramps often cut his route short. After adding baking soda to his routine, he finished his park loop cramp-free for the first time in months. Small wins like this can rebuild confidence and lift your whole outlook. And there's another benefit men rarely mention, but it's always on their minds. Let's talk about what happens when baking soda boosts blood flow to one of your body's most vital and sensitive organs, the brain. Many patients tell me they walk into a room and forget why, can't find the right word, or wake up already tired. We call it aging, but it really chips away at confidence. Leonard, a retired teacher, told me, "I used to feel sharp, like I could take on anything. Now it's like living in a fog." Brain fog and fatigue are often tied to sluggish, acidic blood, and the brain isn't getting what it needs. That's where baking soda comes in. By supporting a more alkaline state, it helps blood deliver oxygen and nutrients right where your brain needs them most. The result? Sharper thinking, steadier focus, and a stronger presence in your daily life. Leonard described it as the fog lifting. This clarity isn't just about memory. It's about being fully present with your family, your conversations, and your daily experiences. When your mind wakes up, the rest of your body often follows. But here's the surprising part. This simple solution can help a crucial muscle group most men never think about. Vital for strength, control, and intimate health. Let's talk about the area few men train, but absolutely should. This is where many men start paying close attention. Sexual confidence doesn't just disappear. It gets buried beneath frustration and silence. Countless older men have told me, "I just don't feel the same down there." Often the real issue isn't hormones, but poor circulation. The main problem? Tiny blood vessels in the penis become narrow, inflamed, or blocked over time. Here's where baking soda truly helps. By lowering acidity and calming inflammation, it encourages better blood flow throughout the body, including your most intimate areas. Walter, 72, put it best. "It didn't just help my performance, it gave me my dignity back." That's a powerful change. With mindful use, baking soda can help reclaim vitality in areas you may have given up on. Remember, this isn't magic, it's about restoring the natural balance your body needs. Now that you know what baking soda can do for your circulation, energy, and confidence, the next step is learning to use it safely. Like any powerful remedy, it works only if you use it right. I've seen men try too much, too fast, and end up disappointed or uncomfortable. Here's my advice. The same I give my patients: more isn't better. In fact, less is often best. Just half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of room temperature water on an empty stomach a few times a week is usually enough to start rebalancing your system. Some men report improved digestion, brighter skin, and simply feeling better. For those with swelling or joint pain, a warm baking soda, foot soak before bed, can ease tension. I've also suggested gentle baking soda masks to patients whose skin had lost its glow. They were amazed by the results after just a few uses. But remember, these benefits only come with careful use. Mistakes can undo your progress. Before you start, let's talk about what to avoid and how to sidestep the most common pitfalls. One of the biggest mistakes is overdoing it. Just because a little helps doesn't mean more is better. Too much can upset your stomach, raise your sodium, and put stress on your kidneys, especially if you already have health issues. I remember Robert, a patient who started taking baking soda every morning and night. Though well-intentioned, he soon experienced bloating and low energy. Once he cut back, he felt better, quickly. Another common mistake is not taking breaks. Your body needs support in cycles, not constant correction. That's why I recommend using baking soda only 3 or 4 times a week, not daily long-term. If you're on medication, especially for blood pressure or kidney issues, always check with your doctor first. Natural doesn't mean risk-free, so be wise. Used properly, this simple remedy can quietly support your daily health routine. And if you want to take things further, I've developed a special 7-day protocol that many of my patients love for its simplicity and gentle effectiveness. Big improvements often come from small, consistent habits, not drastic changes. I've seen patients thrive by building easy routines that gather momentum over time. That's the heart of my 7-day protocol. It's gentle, flexible, and designed for people in their 60s and 70s to enjoy real results. It starts with a simple morning ritual: half a teaspoon of baking soda in water before breakfast. Not every day, but on select days to support alkalinity without overdoing it. On other days, focus on recovery. A foot soak, face rinse, light movement, or deep breaths. This is more than a body fix. It's about reconnecting with how good you can feel. Many patients report feeling lighter, brighter, and more in sync with themselves. Earl, a long-time patient, told me mornings became something to look forward to. His energy soon returned. This routine isn't a cure, but a reminder your body still knows how to heal and regain confidence. But even the best habits won't last unless you address the mindset behind them. That leads to something deeper. A challenge every man over 60 faces, letting go of the silent burden of shame. There's one truth I wish every man over 60 could truly hear. Your body isn't broken. It may move slower or feel different, but it's still capable of strength, joy, and healing. Much of what we call aging isn't just about getting older. It's the result of built-up inflammation, stress, and, too often, silence and shame. I've met many men who've hidden their feelings for years, ashamed of lost desire, a softer body, or simply feeling less like themselves. But here's my reminder: confidence isn't lost with age, it can be reclaimed. Simple daily rituals, like caring for your body with something as humble as baking soda, are powerful ways to reignite your spark. When you do this, you're telling yourself that you still matter, and your journey isn't over. Truly, you are not done yet. You may be entering your strongest, wisest, most powerful years. If this message spoke to you, stay with me for one last reflection. A simple reminder that could change how you view your body and your future. If you felt seen, hopeful, or inspired, please subscribe, like the video, share it, and let me know in the comments what resonated with you or what you'd like me to cover next. Your feedback helps our community thrive.